Hello everyone, welcome back. On my previous video on low pressure issue on Breville Barista Express, in that video I explained about the issue and how I fixed the issue. Now in that video I mentioned that I'll do another video regarding the coffee bean, that I will change the coffee bean and see. I suspected that it could be the particular coffee bean that I use where it's not grinding properly. So I was using this, Our Finest. This is a Walmart brand. It tastes great, nothing wrong with it. So when I use that espresso bean, even if I go to finest setting, which is at 1, still I'm not getting enough pressure. So I had to change the internal burr setting. Now today we are going to change this espresso bean. I'm going to use the Lavazza E-Gusto, the one I bought recently. I opened few days ago, so it's still fresh. So I'm going to use that bean. I'll pull a shot with the same setting without changing anything, and then I'll go back to the original setting that I had, that is number 6 in the internal burr setting, which is the factory default, and I'll try to go back to the external grind setting to 5 maybe. Currently it's at 3 and the internal burr setting is at 4. So let's do that now and see if there is any difference. So stay tuned and let's begin. So last time I used Our Finest, that's the name of the coffee bean brand from Walmart, and my external setting is at 4 and my internal setting is at 3. Now I'm going to change the coffee bean to Lavazza, a different bean. So last time in my previous video I mentioned I'll test with another bean and give you a review, so let's do that. I'm going to change the internal burr setting back to 6, which is the factory default. So let's do that now. So that's the internal burr, and if you look closely, I don't know if you can see, now I beg your pardon, this is at 4. Okay, so the internal burr setting is at 4. So let's change it back to where it was at 6. So I remove the clip. And then twist it to 6. So now it's pointing to 6. And let's put the ring back. Okay, so let's put it back. Now before that, I'm going to quickly clean the inside. There's a lot of coffee grounds remaining, so let me clean that quickly, then I'll put it back. I'm going to use a vacuum cleaner. You can clean it fairly easily. That should be good, so let's put it back. Make sure you align it properly. The arrow should point where the align is. And then twist it till you hear the click. That's it. Just to confirm, open it, twist it to lock. That's it. Now I can put the hopper. Twist to lock. Now I can use the other bean, which is Lavazza, and see whether I'm getting enough pressure. So let's do it now. So I'm going to use the same non-pressurized basket. And I'm going to measure the beans at 19.5 grams, which I used last time, so that everything is accurate. So this is the new Lavazza. Tear it to 0. Exactly 19.5. So let's use this. The lighting was poor, so I switched on the other light. Anyway, let's continue. Now let's level this. Now I'm going to tamp it to the same level where Breville recommends. Looks good. So let's pull a shot. We'll look at the pressure gauge. Okay, so I almost got 1 o'clock pressure range, and The flow doesn't look bad, and it generated crema. So that's interesting. So I put back my burr setting to 6, and my external is at 3. Now I'll change this back to 6 or 5 and make another shot and see. So that concludes that there is nothing wrong with the burr setting here. It's something to do with the coffee bean, like I suspected in my case. The shot looks good. A lot of crema. I'll also give a taste and see. It's not bad. I get a bit of sour taste, but it's not bad at all. If you're making latte or cappuccino, it doesn't matter. Okay, so we'll give another try just to be sure. So let's do another attempt. So my internal burr setting, it's at 6, which is the factory default, and I'll show you my external grinder setting. Now this is at 3. Now I'm going to change it to 5. Now let's see if it makes any difference. Okay, 19.5 grams. Now it is the same quantity as last time. So let's make another attempt. My portafilter is warm. I'm using the same single wall basket. Just level it nicely. It's more even. I'm going to use the leveler first. And then tamp it. I use the other side to tamp. Okay, looks good. So let's pull a shot. Try to get a close-up. I'll switch on the other light so that you can see properly. Okay, that looks better. So let's pull another shot. So my burr setting is at 6 and external grinder setting is at 5. You see the pressure. So I got around 11 o'clock range, and the shot looks good. It generated a lot of crema. I'll give it a taste now just to be sure. Looks pretty good. Yeah, it's similar to what I tasted before. I don't see much difference. Tastes good, very good to make latte. So that's the conclusion. So when I change the bean, I'm getting enough pressure. So to conclude, you don't need to change the burr, internal burr components. All you have to do is just change the espresso bean and see if it makes any difference. It could be the particular bean that you're using, it's not grinding properly. That's the reason why you're not getting enough pressure. So change to a more fresher bean, to a different brand, and see, maybe that will make some difference. So anyway, if you enjoy my video, please give a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't. I would really appreciate it. So stay tuned, I'll be posting more videos on Breville Barista Express. See you on the next video. Thank you.